Selena here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you two different ways to remove your press-ons. So here I'm using Kiss Glue Off. I picked this up from Walmart. So I'm just showing you here that my nails are on pretty strong. I put the Kiss Glue Off on the sides and on the tip on the inside. And I let it sit for a little bit, and I do that on all my nails. And again, I'm showing you here that they're not going anywhere. And if you didn't see my previous video, take a look. I showed how I put these on and how I prep my nail. So these have held on pretty good. So here I'm already able to get the corner of one nail under the other one. So doing it this way, it is very tedious. It does take a lot of time, and you need to be patient. And you want to be very careful. When you start lifting with the wood stick, you don't want to pry the nail off. You just want to lift with the wood stick slightly. And just work it. Like here, I'm working it around the cuticle area in that corner. It's lifted, so I just try to keep it lifted. I kept the wood stick there, and then I put some more of that glue off right in that new lifted area. And remember, these nails were not lifting whatsoever when I first started. If you do try to pry these off, you're going to rip pieces of your own nail off, and you don't want that. You're going to damage your own nail doing that. Doing it this way, you don't have to soak your nails and dry your nails out, or dry your nails and your fingers out, sorry. This is an acetone-based product. However, it is full of all sorts of great oils for your fingers and your fingernails and cuticles. And as you notice there, I've lost one nail already, came off. And this one here is lifted at the cuticle and up the side. The index finger came off pretty quick, pretty easily. This one here started coming off in chunks. There we go. And then after a couple of chunks, it started lifting really well. Now here I'm trying to get it off because it's ready to come off. And it was the pressure of putting the nail against my hand that caused the nail to just come off. It wasn't the wood stick at all. So that glue off from Kiss works really well. You just have to be patient. And another one that came off. So these do work well. This does work well, this method. And here we go. Now I do have glue residue on my fingernails. At that point, once everything's dry, you would take a buffer and go over your nails. and buff that off. I personally did not do that. I preferred not to. Now the second method, you would cut the length down, which I'm going to do here. That way you can get your fingers in the finger pot. Keep them nice and short. And then this here, you can file with a hand file. You want to file them down thin, rough them up. They'll be roughed up at the same time, which is what you want. And I'm going to show you two ways of filing them down. So this is one. And as I'm doing this, you can notice from using that Kiss glue off, my thumbnail is actually, and my thumb is actually looking pretty moisturized, if you'll notice. So it's not dried out at all. So that stuff worked really well. And it does smell kind of nice too, I'm not gonna lie. So again, you want to file that fake nail or that nail extension as thin as possible. The thinner you get it, the less soaking you have to do. So we can see my natural nail through that. Here, the second way of filing it is getting, if you have an e-file, an electric nail file, you can use that. So I grab mine and I put it on 10,000 rotations per minute, RPMs, and I use that to take the nail down. So all of my nails are off, or not off, sorry, but taken down quite a bit. I put warm water in the bottom of this pot, then put the top back on, and now I'm going to put some acetone in each finger pot. And the water will help keep the acetone warm to help it work a little quicker. And these press-ons are plastic, so it shouldn't take long. So here we go. You put your hand in, let it soak for a few minutes. Then after soaking for a few minutes, you're going to take your hand out and you'll notice they've gone completely white, the nail tips that is, and you use your cuticle scraper and scrape off that first layer that's gone really soft. And you do that with all of them. This part was so satisfying. You could just see that just sliding off of there. I enjoyed this part. Absolutely. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed your Halloween. Hope you didn't get into any trouble. No egging anyone's house. Throwing toilet paper in their trees. So we're going to do another soak. Now, I did a few soaks, but I didn't obviously make you sit through all of it. And I went ahead and again, each time I did a soak, I took my hands out and went over with my cuticle scraper. And you want to make sure if you have anything around your cuticles that's getting stuck up there, to make sure you get that off as well. And this is a part 1 of 2, guys. So the second part is going to be about moisturizing and taking care of my fingers and my cuticles and nails afterwards when I'm done. So I will have that in the next video. So stay tuned for that. So here we go. It's all done. Everything's gone. And stay tuned to the next one.